I'm Eric Nason with NewsShooter.com, and we are at IBC 2019. I'm at the Blackmagic booth with Stuart. How's it going?
Really good, thank you. Yeah, thank you for coming by.
Oh, absolutely. We saw the live stream today. Lots of cool stuff happening. We'll cover all of it, but let's go ahead and cover one of the new monitors here. What do we have, and let's talk about it.
Yeah, so what you're seeing actually over my left shoulder is the new Video Assist 12G. Video Assist has been a product for us that's been around for a few years now, and it's been overdue a bit of an update for a while. But what we wanted to make sure is that when we did the update, we were adding features and benefits that would really enhance not just the usability of the product, but also give users of maybe other cameras some features and functionality that maybe their cameras don't inherently have. So there's a couple of key features really with this product that really stand out, and the ones that probably mostly are being asked is Blackmagic RAW, Blackmagic RAW, Blackmagic RAW. 12 months ago this week, we announced that we were going to do Blackmagic RAW, and we talked about this highly efficient codec that was using all RAW capability that could be used within DaVinci Resolve and eventually would appear on our cameras, with the hope that one day that this would actually be a product, or sorry, be a codec that would be utilized by other manufacturers, other software and camera vendors. And 12 months down the line, we've seen some really interesting developments there. And with this product, what we've been able to do is start to work with some of the other camera manufacturers to really utilize their camera settings, their camera sensor, but being able to record into that Blackmagic RAW format. So one of the things that you're seeing here is that this is actually a Canon camera. It's not a Blackmagic camera. We're connected via SDI on the new Video Assist 12G. We're actually taking an SDI feed out the back of that C300, and what we're then doing is recording into Blackmagic RAW. So that RAW data is being taken into this device, and we're now able to record in Blackmagic RAW. We can also do the same with the new Panasonic camera, the EVO 1, and those are the two cameras that we're showing at the show today. When you then start to look at other things, well, another thing that was asked of us was the quality of the screen in terms of, how bright is the screen, how does that actually look into certain environments. So we've got an entirely new touchscreen on there, 2500 nits, DCI, 100% P3, so we're talking very, very high quality, high spec screen, which can be used in many different lighting environments. Another one again was battery life. How can we maximize the amount of battery life in there? So we've moved across now to using the Sony F-Series batteries, which means that there's a lot more choice out there, low-cost batteries, to be able to power this for a longer period of time. And then another one again was about how we can record. So we've got UHC-2 recording via SD card, but what we've also got on there now is a USB-C connection, so you can actually record directly to a USB-C drive. So if you want to use large format recording, you can actually do that directly to that drive. So there's some really significant updates, Blackmagic RAW, better quality screens, better recording, and we've got a 5-inch version and a 7-inch version. We're excited about them, and the hope is that anybody who's in the market for, some form of preview monitor and recording device, this would be something that could be interesting to them.
And you have two SD slots, and they're hot swappable, so they can continuously record?
Yeah, that's right. So the aim is that you can move from slot 1 to slot 2. The USB-C drive actually operates on a completely independent slot. So what you'll see is on the front, we've got 1, 2, and 3. Version 3 is, slot 3 is actually for that USB-C connection. So yeah, three methods of recording, and all hot swappable.
Now, obviously, the USB-C connectors on the bottom, you're not going to have a drive dangling from the cable. But right now, is Blackmagic Design offering some kind of mounting hardware, or are you going to leave that to the third-party companies to take care of a way to mount the drives to the actual chassis?
Yeah. Look, one of the great things that we've seen over the last few years is how some of these third-party accessory manufacturers have been producing some really great things for us and for our customers. We don't think that that's something that we'll have right now. But I'm sure that there'll be a number of those third-party manufacturers out there who are going to be looking at this and thinking, we could make something suitable for that product.
I also noticed there's a fan in the back, and we were talking a little bit about this earlier. That was an issue with the original Video Assist. It was a little bit noisy. Have you addressed the fan noise and maybe the way it will keep it cool with heating inside?
Yeah, I mean, all of the things that we reviewed about the original product, we're trying to address. I think that one of the first things that anybody will notice when they pick up the two side by side is it's a completely different casing now on this unit. It's a material that conducts and disperses heat in a much better way. We've got a new fan in the back of there as well, which obviously again is much more geared around ensuring that we keep a cool flow throughout the unit without it generating too much heat and without it obviously generating too much noise, which is important. So we hope that all of these things are being addressed. We've worked quite hard on that, and I think that anybody who has maybe been running a video assist for a while and now is looking to upgrade will see some noticeable differences in those areas.
I believe you were saying that the fan speed will change based on the environments that you're in.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to ensure that the output of that it works based upon the environment that it's in. So what you'll find is that fan will increase, obviously, if we're working in a hotter environment to ensure cooling down. That means that effectively we're slightly working that harder. But again, we've looked to optimize that in such a way that it doesn't impact what it is that you're filming and the environment that you're in.
Let's talk about the tools that make our life easy as a DP. We have some scopes and different other assist tools.
Yeah, so again, we've got full screen scopes in there as well, and that's something that again was asked of us with our previous unit. The great thing is because we're using a brighter screen, it means that the detail and again the quality of that is going to be much better. I mean, we've got examples of customers that are not just using it as a field monitor, but are actually using it as an independent scope. And we realise that's an important part of the acquisition process, and something that we will foresee that these will be utilised for that. Probably not as much as a field monitor, but certainly they will be used entirely as scopes.
Talk to me a little about the LCD screen itself. What type of panel is it and resolutions?
So, this is, in terms of the resolution, I'm not 100% too sure in terms of what resolution we're putting out there. What I can tell you in terms of the quality of that is that, we focused everything around high quality, high brightness, HDR quality. So we're talking about 2500 nits. We're talking about, as I mentioned before, we've got, 100% P3 in terms of the quality for DCI of what it is that we're producing. So it's all around HDR delivery, HDR monitoring. What we're also doing on there is, again, it's a full touch screen, which means navigation throughout that screen is easy to move around. Responsiveness is incredibly quick. Everything's easily accessible from that UI on the front. So again, we've tried to fine-tune the speed, fine-tune the OS, but also at the same time as well give you a much better display.
Lag has always been an issue when you're shooting, especially interviews. If anybody's watching, that the lip sync always looks like it's a bit off. So you were saying that the refresh rates and the lag is pretty low. Is it improved from the original?
Yeah, again, we hope that people will see a difference in that. These again things that we looked at, things that we tried to address. Our expectation is that anybody who's running an existing video assist should see a benefit.
Now, obviously, a smaller size in the 5-inch. Does it lose any sort of functionality because of its size?
Again, I mean, really, it's about the size in terms of what you prefer. I mean, I know we were talking earlier on, and you were saying at times you prefer a 5-inch, but a lot of people, if there's a 7-inch option out there, like a bigger screen. We tried to cram as much into that 5-inch as we possibly can, and the features that you're seeing on the 7-inch are very reflective of what you see also on the 5-inch. Again, the quality of the screen, the connectivity, is all exists. But again, it's about the right tool for the right job. If you're working in a much more consolidated environment, you're more running gun style. You don't want to actually place that monitor on an external stand. You want it to be attached to the camera. That's where we would obviously push people towards the 5-inch, maybe rather than the 7. There is a noticeable price difference. I mean, you're talking for the 7-inch, you're talking, €895. You're talking €725 for the 5-inch. So there's like €150 difference. So in terms of dollars, you're talking a couple of $100. Really, it's just about what's right for you, really.
And both models are 2500 nits?
Yes, that's correct, yeah.
All right. Well, it looks really nice, and definitely a big upgrade from the original video system. Well done.
Thank you very much.